The Salt Lake Institute of Genealogy will celebrate its silver anniversary in January 2020. Elevate your genealogical education to new heights. At SLIG, you will learn from the field's top professionals, obtain in-depth instruction, network with respected experts, consult with successful researchers, and research at the Family History Library. Registration opens July 13, 2019 at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. We've asked the course coordinator to tell us a little bit about the course to help you decide if it is the right fit for you. John Colletta is the course coordinator for Settlers in the New World and Immigrants to a New Nation, Colonial Times to 1900. Keep watching to learn more about his background and the course. Please introduce yourself.
My name is John Colletta.
How long have you been working on genealogy?
I've been working on genealogy since I was a boy. I started at a young age.
How did you become interested in genealogy?
My mother suggested one summer to keep me occupied during the summer months during vacation. I was 14 years old and a bit bored. Summer was always a bit long for me. I looked forward to getting back to school. My mother suggested that I try doing a family tree, and she drew a chart for me and sent me off to talk to my grandparents. That's what got it started.
Have you had any prior SLIG experience?
I have been teaching at SLIG for about 21 years. I wasn't on the faculty for the first year, and I don't think the second year. By the third year, I was definitely on the faculty at the Salt Lake Institute. It's been a great pleasure and a great honor to be there working with all these fabulous colleagues of mine. It's a great week in Salt Lake City every year, and I always look forward. It's like the highlight of my annual work is the Salt Lake Institute.
What course will you be coordinating?
I will be coordinating course number 1, Settlers in the New World and Immigrants to a New Nation, Colonial Times to 1900.
Please tell us about the course and the main topics that will be covered.
Our course is going to cover the entire experience of immigration to America. For most American family histories, the most interesting chapter, the most dramatic and significant chapter is that story of the immigrant. And then we're going to talk about the migration experience itself, leaving home, crossing the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean, reaching the place of settlement in America. We're going to talk about putting down roots here in America. And what's really fun with this course is we're going to ferret out biographical detail. We want to personalize each immigrant ancestor. And this is where my colleagues and I, we're going to work hard to try to make it clear to students that there are a lot of sources available out there to individualize your immigrant ancestors. Joshua Taylor is going to cover the colonial period, and of course that's his great specialty, and I'm delighted to have him in the course. Deborah Gurtler is going to cover immigrants who speak Spanish, and she's going to cover a broad range of time. And my area of expertise is the federal period, the 19th century primarily, and continental Europe primarily. But we're going to talk about the sources available to go beyond the generalizations. Of course, we're going to look at the context. We're going to look at the general flow of immigration to America. We're going to look at the different groups of people who came, where they settled, why they came, and so forth and so on. But we in genealogy need to go beyond generalizations. We deal with the specific. We're talking about specific individuals who made a life-changing decision to leave their homeland and go to America. And so Joshua Taylor for the colonial period and myself for the federal period, we're going to focus on taking the generalizations and the context with a grain of salt. That's a major focus of the course, seeing your immigrant ancestors as distinct individuals.
Who would benefit the most from this course?
Well, I would say anyone who had any immigrant ancestor to America. Anyone who is interested in learning more about that generation of the family, anyone interested in learning more about the place of origin overseas, what it was like at that time when the ancestor left, reasons why the ancestor may have left, how one would have left at that time, by foot, canal, railroad, and so forth. So anyone interested in learning more about their immigrant ancestors as distinct individuals, and that we're going to look at each one individually, those people would get the most out of the course.
What basic knowledge should students have before taking the course?
Students students taking my course, as long as they have basic skills in genealogy, I think they can get a great deal out of the course. If the students arrive already knowing the country of origin of an immigrant ancestor, that will make all of the material a little bit more pertinent, a little bit more immediately useful. But even if I'm sure we're going to have students who haven't yet identified the country of origin of their immigrant ancestors, or maybe they know for some but not for others, for those folks too, there's a great deal of information being offered. So I would say as long as you know basic skills for genealogical research and you're eager to learn more about the immigrant generation, you know enough for this course.
What should students expect to learn by the end of the course?
By the end of this course, students should expect to learn a lot. And as I say, we're going to focus on immigrant ancestors as distinct individuals. And I think students will go away amazed at the great number of sources available today to get more specific information about the immigrant ancestors and to see them as distinct individuals and not just huddled masses in crowds, faceless people. We're gonna see the immigrant ancestors as distinct individuals, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of students how many materials are out there and how you can interpret them against the cultural background, against the context, the historical context, to see the immigrant ancestors as individuals.
What makes your course unique?
We're going to have a session about preparing for successful research in European records. We're going to kind of jump over the Atlantic and see, when you have to deal with foreign languages and 17th or 18th or 19th century scripts in a foreign language, there are definite challenges. You're going to have many surprises and some disappointments as well. And I think we're going to end up the course with this forward-looking to jumping over the ocean and researching the immigrant ancestors' family and ancestry in the country of origin.
We hope you enjoyed learning about John Colletta's SLIG course, Settlers in the New World and Immigrants to a New Nation, Colonial Times to 1900. Registration for SLIG courses opens July 13th, 2019. Check out the website slig.ugagenealogy.org for more information.